going on, guys? Getting back to you with another video of Farming Simulator 25 gameplay. And we are going to be starting a third series here on the channel where me and my cousin, who's going to be joining me here in just a little bit, we are going to be basically starting a farm from scratch. So there's going to be no money cheats, nothing like that. It's going to be in the game, generating money for us. We are starting out with older equipment, smaller equipment, and we're going to work our way up to the ranks to bigger and better stuff, buy more fields. We are starting off this map in debt. So we have taken out a loan to purchase all the equipment right here. We have 3 fields that we're going to be working with here. And then we'll be working our way up, like I said, through the ranks to buy better equipment, buy more farms, put up a couple buildings, decent shop, and maybe venture into other things as time goes by. But to kind of, give you a layout of the land here, we don't really have a whole lot here. We just got ourselves a little mobile home back here in the back, so we have somewhere to basically sleep, save the game, do all that good stuff, and then we got ourselves a little shed over here for parking stuff in. Not too sure if that'll fit everything, but all the important stuff will at least be able to fit under there. So we have these 2 fields right here, and then we have this other one over here right beside it. That's what we're going to be starting out with. So to kind of give you guys a quick overview of what we're going to be working with as far as equipment goes, we'll start with the tractors first. We got ourselves a John Deere 4440, a John Deere 4755. We got ourselves a John Deere 455 grain drill. We got ourselves a John Deere 6-row. And then behind all that, we got ourselves a Chevy straight truck for hauling grain, a John Deere 8820, a 224 John Deere grain head, and I believe this is this is a 843, I think. Yep, John Deere 843 corn head. So yeah, that's a quick little tour of all the equipment we're going to be using here. I believe we're going to probably kick off with harvest over here in this other field, which I believe is oats. So more than likely we'll be taking this off first, and then if we run down over here, I think this field is wheat. This is ready to harvest too. So yeah, we'll probably be kicking off harvest here soon. We'll see what happens when my cousin joins me here in just a little bit, and we will go from there. So looking forward to starting the new series. So get back over here real quick. And so yeah, I think we got a pretty decent fleet for starting right here. As far as starting a farm goes, I think this is a pretty good fleet of equipment to start out with. So yeah, we're going to get started here in just a little bit, and hopefully get a good first upload out to you guys here of the multiplayer series, starting from scratch. Alright guys, we are currently in the process of taking off oats here on the Backroads County map here on Farming Simulator 25. Right now I am currently playing with my cousin, who is Farmstock Diesel. He's been in a handful of my videos here. we kind of started off in Farming Simulator 22 playing, and basically continued on playing there until FS25 came out, and we wanted to keep on. We wanted to keep on doing our multiplayer series here. We tried doing it one other time, and I think we only got about 2 uploads in on the series, and it was right after that we pretty much just kind of hit a time in life where we just kind of got busy again. Started working full time with the lawn and landscape business, and helping out on our farm here in Ohio, and then Farmstock Diesel also had his fair share of things to do behind the scenes of playing Farming Simulator 25. So with it being a slower time of the season for both of us, we figured we'd try hop on here and try giving it another go here at playing together and starting our own map here from scratch, and hope to get a pretty good thing going here for you guys here to watch. And he and I have both kind of talked it over here, and we're gonna start at the very bare minimum and just work our way up towards the top. So we started out here with some equipment. We got a lot of equipment that is based off the 80s currently right now, as you guys are able to see in the intro, and we're just gonna work our way up, start from scratch. And as you guys can see here, we already have a pretty decent chunk of change in the bank here already from taking this oats field off, and we're hoping to, since we just started this map, our plan of attack here is to get this field that I'm currently in harvested, the field right next to it here on the other side of the combine. We're going to get that one harvested too, and then once we have all the crops off, we're going to try to even go more on a realistic base here. So we're going to be farming based off the seasons. We're going to take out, if we have to take out a operating loan or loan to buy machinery, we're going to obviously go that route as well, rather than using a money cheat or using a government subsidy to help us out as far as finances go. And yeah, work our way up through the ranks, and hope to get a pretty good series going here for you guys to watch. Now he's actually right there on the other side of the combine, right there in a tractor. He's currently working up another one of our fields that we got. It was planted to grass, and we're going to get that worked under as well, so we can plant this field that I'm in, the field he's in, and then the other field that I showed you here just a little while ago that still has to be harvested. So it's kind of the 411 on my side of things here. I'm sure Farmstock Diesel here will definitely be putting in his 2 cents, and as far as what we're gonna do, what we're gonna try not to do, and hopefully get a pretty good thing going here.
Yeah, guys, Farmstock Diesel here. Like Cody said, we've kind of did this before, so glad we're getting back to the swing of things. We're working down this pasture here. Kind of start out with some row crop farming, I think, in the beginning, and hopefully see it transpire to something bigger. We don't know yet. That's the journey is going to be good. I feel like for everyone involved, and I hope you guys like what you see. And if you want to see something special, um, or incorporated into the game, let us know. But I think this is going to go out pretty good. I think we're I think the route we're going with this is kind of a start out in the seven, and especially me, I got some heritage to farming, and this older iron is what I'm familiar with. Coming up to the end here.
Yeah, I guess I would say the only thing that's probably going to be, different from, somebody that would be starting a farm from scratch in real life is obviously they probably would not be using the guidance systems here on the equipment. But as far as when it comes to focusing, talking to you guys and whatnot, we're not really using it because, it's something we have to have. I mean, obviously we could start off, completely on the totem pole without guidance, but it's more one of them things where we're basically just going to be using it for the convenience of it. Obviously, most guys, the real world that are farming the way that we're farming right now, more than likely would not have a guidance system on a John Deere 8820 or a 4755 like what farm stock diesel is using over here in the other field. But other than that, other than just having the guidance, it's pretty much going to be, farming like it's the 80s for right now, and then make upgrades here and there as we start to make more money and be able to justify the cost of more equipment, more ground.
We're going to be farming in the 80s here better than what the actual 80s. We won't have the trade embargo.
Yeah. If you guys want to or have not seen it yet, to kind of get a better understanding of what it was like to farm back in the day, some of the equipment that guys had back in the day. And I guess I wouldn't necessarily say some of the hardships, but I guess there is some hardships in the movie. But there's a movie on YouTube that's free right now. It is called The Race Against Harvest. I believe that's what it's called.
Right?
I think that's what it's called, right?
Yep.
If anybody has not seen that movie before, I would definitely recommend it. Definitely go check it out while it's still free. To kind of summarize it, it's about a farmer who branches out on his own to start a custom harvesting crew. And throughout the movie, he's got competition, he's got weather to deal with. Some of the guys on his crew make things interesting a little bit as well. So I would highly recommend going and checking that movie out. I enjoyed it, obviously, because I've shown interest in this kind of stuff right here. Overall, I thought it was a pretty good movie. So we're going to keep on making some progress here on the map here, guys. I have just this one more round to do, and then I'll be heading over here, be diving into this wheat field here next, and we'll get back to you guys here in just a little bit and show you guys some of the progress that we've made, and probably also kind of give you guys a little heads up on what to expect for the next upload. So we'll be right back here in just a little bit. All right, guys, we have finished up the oat field here. Made the jump over here to this wheat field. Gonna get this field harvested, and Alex is still over here in the field turning dirt. So far, everything is still going pretty good. By the looks of it, it looks like this wheat is going to go a little bit better than what the oats did, because this is my first pass all the way around the field, and we're probably going to hit almost, if not pretty doggone close to 80% capacity level.
Pretty good.
Alright, so I guess while we wait for the combine to unload here, do a little walk over here and kind of show you the progress that Alex has made over here in this grass field. We debated on what we were going to do as far as baling it goes, to maybe make a little extra money there, but we figured might as well stick with the normal cash crop. But so yeah, I gotta So yeah, that's Alex's task here for the time being. For those of you guys that are not familiar with the task of moldboard plowing, I personally have never moldboard plowed, but from what I've heard from some of the old timers here in the area that have had their fair share of time plowing dirt, it's definitely an art, and it's definitely a skill that takes quite a while to acquire to the point to where you 100% know what you're doing. I mean, I know it's a rare thing that happens anymore, but moldboard plowing still is done here on occasion. But it's definitely one of them things where you really gotta know what you're doing, and it's a very time-consuming task.
Yeah, we still do it at our family farm. We don't do it in the actual farm ground. My granddad, he likes to still mobile plow, or yeah, mobile plow in the 30 John Deere 530. It's actually a three bottom plow, to be honest. Hydraulic cylinders were expensive, and typically they were bought with the either with the tractor, or you bought them at the dealership, and you would remove the cylinder, hydraulic cylinder, if you will, from implement to implement. And thinking about it, I don't know if this 4755 shows it on the back here, but maybe if we toggle to the other tractor here, show the hooks. No, they're not showing the hooks. So on our 4040, this is a 4440 we have over here, but on the 4040, on the back of the cab, there would be these black hooks, one on each side, and the only purpose they were there for was to hook the removable hydraulic cylinder onto it, right? And so you would go from implement to implement, go from a chisel plow to a three bottom plow to, even a planter like a John Deere 7000. It would have pins that you would remove the cylinder and put the cylinder on. That was another added cost, and if they were able to swap cylinder from cylinder, that would save on the farmer. So yeah, that's a little history lesson, I suppose. But still, people do to it. Still, people are able to swap cylinders back and forth like that to this day. Some hobby farmers probably still do it. But I think majority of the people that are farming with equipment now, older equipment, there's enough cylinders around, and that people just leave them hooked up. Um, but there was a time where that was an extra cost that didn't need to be, and would save on the farmers, so they didn't include them with the equipment.
It's definitely amazing how far we've came in the ag world when it comes to different ways of doing things, technology, uh,
Sure.
and uh, agriculture is one of them things where it's always going to be changing.
Always evolving. I think is the proper term there. Evolving.
I mean, we're young studs. I mean, we're both 30-year-old guys, but it our time's coming where we're going to be talking about the equipment that we consider modern day technology. There's going to be a time where that's going to be old technology, and then we're going to know how our dads and our granddads felt when times changed.
Yeah, and they talk about doing this moldboard plow. I mean, there was a time in where everyone was doing it, and chisel plowing and disking, and it wasn't as common. And you know, there was a time where you plowed everything under, and now we're all about vertical tillage and hold on, guys, I'm just trying to get set up here. Vertical tillage and no-till because we want to limit working that ground. We want to keep that nutrients in the soil, keeping the water from washing away from erosion or wind erosion. Um, so and soil compaction makes a big deal with it too. So
Something else that's also a pretty rare thing that you don't see a lot of anymore, and a lot of it has to do with the fact that we have so many different ways of controlling and eliminating the weed pressures in our fields, is you don't see a lot of guys that cultivate anymore, like cultivate between the rows. Guys that are into more of the organic route that can't use those products, they have to cultivate because obviously they can't use Roundup or any other kind of weed killer. But field cultivating was also a big thing back in the day too, before Roundup and all these other products that we use to control weeds were used. It was, you cultivated your fields a few times, not just once, but a few times to control your weeds.
yeah, it wouldn't have been nothing back in the day to see somebody out there with a 30-20 or a 40-20 with a 10-foot rotary hoe, huh,
That
on the
too.
back of it.
For the longest time, we still had our old field cultivator, and I actually remember as a kid growing up when I was probably, I don't know, probably 7, 8 years old. I remember being up in our one tractor we got, our 8400. I remember field cultivating a time or two. Not me personally, but riding with my dad up in the cab. I
I
remember him doing that.
Yeah, one of the tasks that I remember doing when I was young was hooking up the stock chopper to it.
Oh yeah.
Gosh. And when the stock chopper wasn't working, we used like the brush cutter, like a woods brush cutter, 3-point hitch brush cutter. I don't
hmm
know, like 6 feet wide, 5 foot, something like that. Cutting width, and it would take forever. You would do like 3 rows at a time. Oh, it's terrible. And you're like, come on, man, come on, Grandpa, just get the stock chopper fixed because it that was a that was a 15-foot, or 10-foot swipe right there, swath or whatever. I mean, it was a good pass.
Yeah.
Oh man. But I look back at those days and I'm like, man, I'd take those days back because as much as I hated it then, really, it's good memories.
Yeah, we still have our stock chopper. It's I think it's MC. I don't remember what it's called. It's red and yellow, I know that. Only chopped about 6 rows at a time. Corn stalks and wheat stubble. That was the two things that my old man and grandpa used to chop back in the day, was corn stalks and wheat stubble. Well, guys, this is pretty much what we're going to be doing the rest of the time that we're on here on the map. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to call it for this upload. Our plan of attack here, like I was talking about earlier, is to get this field harvested, get the field that Alex is in worked up, and then hopefully we're going to be getting into the swing of things, starting a new season here, and be getting an upload or two out to you guys here of us getting the fields worked or getting planted. So we will catch you guys on the next one. I want to remind you guys to leave your comments down in the comment section down below. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you have a quick second, hit that notification bell so you guys can stay up to date with what's going on here on the channel. And we hope to get another upload out to you guys here very soon.